Hello everyone, this is the Volvo C40 model 2024. This is the single motor and now it has rear wheel drive, not front wheel drive. And I prefer that, I always liked that better. Always had spinning wheels in front wheel drive cars. It's better in the winter to get grip, but still rear wheel drive is awesome. I love it. And I'm gonna do 130 kilometers an hour range test, go on the highway, drive my typical route as always. Battery was extremely cold. The car was standing in the cold for a few days. I powered a bit power drive here, but still the motor got warm. I got power limit, but the battery was still cold. But I plugged in at 50%, so I'm charging to, I would say 90%, because this car, or Volvo overall, above 90% is very slow and above 95% is extremely slow. And yeah, not gonna do that. So let's see. But if it still charges well at 90%, maybe I charge to a bit higher. But you can see what I mean. When I put the charge limit to 90%, it takes 5 minutes to get there. And when I put it to 100%, that's 45 minutes. So it's 40 minutes from 90 to 100%. I'm on my way. I'm driving 131 is the cruise control set, but as we know from Volvo, sometimes it goes a bit above, and that's good. That's why I set it at 131, because 131 is 129 kilometers an hour GPS, and 132 is 130. So I want to be here in the middle. I have my heat on 24 degrees because at 23 it's still chilly in here. And even maybe I put it back to 23, but when I started with 23, and I noticed that in the morning too, when we start going to work with it, it's a bit chilly. Yes, I reset my trip, but the data says nothing because the first 10 kilometers are uphill. We're going in this direction now to in direction of Regensburg, then we turn around, and if we have enough range, we go in direction of Munich, as usual. Yeah, listening to music, all is good. I'm at 65% and drove 70 kilometers and 700 meters, let's say 70 kilometers. So that's 280 kilometers of full range. 65% is because I used it. I started at 90, so I used 25%, a quarter of the battery. My consumption is high, 291, and I don't think that the 280 will be till the end, because we have seen this with the XC40 of Volvo, where the first 25% the range was also more. And it's not so much the state of charge, that this is not linear, it's the road. I mean, the first 25% of my driving might be a lot of downhill, and then it gets elevation can change, so that's just it. But I still have the same heat setting. It's a bit busy right now, but it's fine. A few stupid drivers they pass me and then drive slower. All good. Soon there is the turnaround point. Volvo C40 on the long distance drive at 130. How is it? It's the same as the last car. There's no difference. I don't see anything, any button. I don't know if the material have changed. The seats look different, but I don't know if they had it before, but I just didn't have a car with that. The infotainment system is the same. Now I could turn the climate down to 22 degrees. It's warm in here, finally, after 45 minutes. And I'm comfortable in here. It's a bit louder than in other cars, but it's not uncomfortable. It's fine. Sound system is okay. It's not amazing, but it's fine. There's a few features in here that I like, that I can have the map, Google Maps, in my main screen here, and when I navigate it shows me the line and everything, and I have my trip data. That's all I can have in my cockpit. That's a bit sad, and I said the same thing in the XC40. It seems to be a bit of a waste of space. Cruise control works the same way as before. You can adjust it very well, 1 kilometer an hour or 5 steps, very fast, very easy. You can turn on self-steering just with the button to the right. The button to the left has no, nothing, doesn't do anything. Resume and everything works fine. It keeps the distance. It slows down when it notices a car even far away, pretty fast, pretty early. That's awesome on the country road, annoying on the highway, but that's fine. I'm okay with it. The self-steering is the same in the XC as in the XC40. A touch is not recognized. You have to steer and with force. So when you do a short little steer, it doesn't do it. You have to be then it recognizes you, and otherwise you get the hey, touch the steering wheel. It's okay. The biggest problem that I have with the car, and this hasn't changed since the last version, is the rear view window from my rear view mirror here. The angle is so that I can see not very far. I can see maybe 50 meters behind me. There's a car behind me. I cannot see it. I have to do it like this, and then I see it at the top of the window there. And that's not a nice, safe feeling, especially on the highway where I want to see if someone is coming. And I'm used to doing this with the rear view mirror because I see more than with the side mirrors. But that's my personal thing. I don't like that. A few cars have that. My ID3 had it a tiny bit. The Audi Q4 has it, and this Volvo C40. I'm sure there's more, but I just can't remember right now. Idiot me, I forgot to talk about the data at 50%. So 40% state of charge, 50% used, but I just calculated and it's above 280 kilometers. See, that's what I mean. So it stayed almost the same. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yes, I'm already navigating back to the charger. I turned around, and you know what's amazing? When you don't navigate and you had that destination already in, it shows you with what state of charge you will arrive. That's awesome. I can just do this then, and we have 30 minutes, 56 kilometers. It thinks I'm arriving with 13%, and I can have it in my map here. I can have the map here, or just like this, and that's it. And this you cannot deactivate. So it has to be one of those two, except for your trip data. And consumption is still the same, 282. It didn't get too much higher. Maybe there's wind today. I arrived with 13%, drove 215.3 kilometers, consumption 283. And those kilometers are weird because in my notes it says that the trip that we did should be 224 kilometers. That's weird. Yeah, a few mistakes here. First of all, I think this is the new single motor with the big battery because I got 205 kilowatt, the same that I got with the XC40 with the big battery, the 79 kilowatt hours usable. And I got the same range. I just looked and I was wrong. It was a different exit, and I drove 219 kilometers in reality, and the car showed 216 almost. That means my range today would be 284 kilometers, and I think with the XC40 all-wheel drive I had almost the same number, something like so 280 something. So you can get the twin or the single motor now. Doesn't matter. Maybe the C40 has a bit less consumption than the XC40, could be that too. But I got, like I said, 205 kilowatt, and now I'm at 60%, 112 kilowatt, which is I don't think that the smaller battery can do that. So I think this is the real number. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.